Hello people, welcome back to the episode of Relating Me and You and Me through YouTube, and here I am with another video which is actually about an everyday eye look that is right here that I have created. It's a matte brown eye look with a very affordable palette. You can go ahead and use any brown palette that you have which has nice brown shades in it, but I used a Fable Tease Me palette which you'll see ahead and created this eye look just with that palette and two brushes. Yeah, just two brushes, because I know not everybody is a professional and not everybody has 10,000 brushes to create an eye look. So I tried keeping it minimum and as easy as possible so that you could create this look in maybe 3 to 5 minutes and just go out of your door and rock the world. So if you want to see how I created this look and want to learn how I created this look, let's just directly get into the video. Let's begin. And to create this basic everyday smoky look, I'm going to use this Fable Tease Me palette. Now, I know this palette has been featured quite a lot on my channel and there's a reason, since it performs so well and the shades present here are so everyday, plus you can create a lot of glam looks, a lot of smoky looks and so many of the looks out of this palette. And hence I reach out for this every time I have to do a look, because this is the palette that's easily available in India. Plus I want to make sure that everybody can afford it, so I reach to this palette every time. And for this look I tried a few other palettes, but trust me, no other palette could justify the kind of everyday look that we want. I tried this nudes palette by Maybelline and I just hate this palette. Right? Anyways, let's just start with creating that look. So I'm going to start with a primer. That's a Smashbox primer I am using. You can use any primer that you like, and make sure when whatever primer you are using is actually a little drying, so that your eye makeup stays all day long. Because if you have a hydrating primer plus your eyelids are already oily, the makeup is not going to stay on place. And to start with, I am using this fluffy blending brush and I'm going to start with the shade Lust, which is actually a nice brown shade but not very pigmented brown shade. It is very natural looking brown, and that is what I'm going to deposit on my crease like that. Whenever you start depositing, start from the outer corner, because that is where you want the pigmentation. As you go in, you want the pigmentation to reduce. So start from the outer corner, like deposit the color here and then you can move inwards, so that way most of the color is deposited in this region and you don't have too much color inside. And as I have deposited, I'm just going to blend it in my crease. And then to blend this color out, I am using this shade Tempting, which is a very light pink shade, almost like my skin tone. So you can use a shade that's your skin tone and just blend out. So if you use a color that's very close to your skin tone, everything will look more natural and more blended. So I'm using Tempting. You can judge the color according to your skin tone. Now I'm taking a clean brush to blend out those edges, just in case they exist. And now you can see, within no time, I already blended and created my crease and the upper region all set, like in no time. Next I'm going to start with the shade Orgasm, which is a very nice dark brown shade, and I'm taking it on an angled brush. But every time I make sure I dab off the axis, because I don't want the fallout on my face. And I'm going to start using it as my eyeliner. I am dabbing that along my lash line. This is just going to give a little definition to your lash line, so that way it will look more defined. And now, after I have nicely filled my lash line, I'm taking this black color known as Please Me on the same brush, on the tip of an angled brush, and going very close to my lash line, like really close to my lash line. because I don't want the black to be dominant here, but I still want that depth of the black color. And now I think I've gone too overboard with black, so I'll go back with that orgasm shade, which is the brown shade, and go along the edge of the black. So that way I'll have that black to brown smokiness going on. And now I'm going to use my finger to take this shade Dare Me, which is a nice peachy brown kind of a shade, and I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid. Now I'm using my finger to make it easier for you guys, because I know not every one of you has that brushes and everything to create the eye looks, so I'm trying to use as minimum of them as possible. And as I am satisfied with that, you can see in no time I created this eye look. Now I'm going to move to the lower lash line, and I'm going to mix this shade Orgasm and Please Me. That's a black and a dark brown shade. And I'm going to start from the outer corner and take it in. And now to smoke it out a little bit, I'm again going back with my clean blending brush and just smoking out my lower lash line. And coming to the last step, I'm taking this nude shade on an angled brush and applying it on my brow bone as a matte highlight. So this is a very pretty matte highlight. And guys, that is this matte everyday look completed. And what do you think about this? You think this is everyday that you can carry to your workplace or just attend your Zoom meetings with this look? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And that's all for this video. If you like it, give it a big fat thumbs up. And if there is anything that you want me to make videos on, drop it in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to do it. Until then, take care. Ta-da!